This is the main Adobe Connect login screen on ASU's connect.asu.edu server, and I'm about to log into the practice room where I can test the audio and test the system. But before that, I'm going to come here to the useful links and run the connection test. It's important, to notice in this dialog box, do you want to view only the web page content that was delivered securely? No, we want all of the content, not only the secure content. So here we answer only secure, no. And it confirms that we have Flash installed. It connects to the server and confirms that. It does a speed test. And while it's doing that, it's good to note that this should be run on the computer that you're actually using for the session. Doesn't do any good if you test it on another machine and then come to the session and use a different one. It needs to be this one here. So it's doing a speed test, checking how good the connection is to the server. If you are actually running a session, it's good if you have a wired connection instead of wireless. But that's one other issue. Here it says the Adobe Connect add-in test. The add-in was installed. If it hadn't been installed, there'd be a button to the right where we can install it and run the test again. That's important to do. The add-in helps with the audio. If you're asked or you want to send the results of this test to the ASU tech people, you put in your own email address so we can get back to you. And then you just click send the results and it'll go there. If you want to look at the results yourself, you can click on details and you see what the results of the test were. Okay, and then you just click send results. Okay, now so we're good. We have the connection, we have the add-in installed. Now we go back here and I'm going to log in as a student or guest. You don't have to have an account on the system, but you then put in your full name and then click enter the room and you'll get into the room. First thing you do when you're in the room is run the audio setup wizard, and we see here up in the corner by meeting we come and click on audio setup wizard, run this test, gives us a chance to confirm the audio. Go next and we can hear the music playing. Okay. Make sure that we have that either through the headset if we're listening with a headset or through the speakers on the computer. If you're on a Macintosh, by the way, you may have to go configure the audio output under System Preferences. Configure that to go through the headset or whichever you're trying to get it to go through. Now that we're here, next select microphone. We choose the microphone device we want to be using. And if you've got a USB device, you would choose that, or if you're using the main onboard microphone, might be that if you're on a Dell computer. Then go next, that, and record your voice. There may be an audio Adobe Flash permission you need to give it. Do that. Now click recording, and now we see the blue bar moving. You want to speak for a few seconds. I can see the recording bar is moving and my microphone is working properly, just to make sure that it gets to set the right level. Now the important thing is to play that back. Recording, and now we see the blue bar moving. You want to speak for a few seconds. I can see the recording bar. If you don't hear it playing back to you here in the audio setup wizard, it's not going to get into the session when you're trying to talk to the rest of the group later. So if you don't hear it here, you have to back up and find the right microphone setting until you do find the one that works, and carry on until you get it right. You may have to plug it in, reconnect, make sure nothing is muted. But again, if you don't hear it here, we're not going to hear it in the session, so don't waste people's time on that, okay? Don't worry about the setting of silence. Now we're here and we can turn on the mic, click up here, and we got the green bar and we're talking. You can mute, and that's the thing to do. Generally, leave it muted until you really want to talk. Then just click to unmute, and now we're talking into the session. You see the bars there again. Okay, that's the way to talk into the session. Thank you.